Holly with Stella Mari's Quilts. Today we're going to work on this quilt behind me. It's called It Takes Three. So let's go ahead and grab your cup of tea and let's get started. For this block, we're going to be using 2.5-inch strips and then cutting them down to size. We're going to need a 2.5-inch square of our print for the center. We'll need two contrasts. We'll need 2.5-inch square and then a 2.5 by 4.5 inch. We'll need a 4.5-inch by 2.5 of our print as well, and then a 2.5 by 6.5. This block is put together quite easily. It's very much like a log cabin. We're going to just take our two squares. We're going to sew them together, and then we'll press them open. We'll end up with a unit that looks like this. We'll then add our contrast of our 2.5 by 4.5 to this. We'll fold this together, sew, and then press it back. And we're going to keep wrapping around this unit. The next step is a 4.5 by 2.5 inch of our print again. Fold it, sew, press back. And then our final step is a 2.5 by 6.5 inch on the outer edge. We'll fold, we'll flip it over, we'll sew, we'll press back, and then we'll have our finished unit that looks like this. Once we have all of our blocks sewn together, it's time to put together our quilt. This quilt is put together on point. And so we're going to need a few pieces here. We're going to need all of our units. We're going to need some setting triangles. These are made from 10-inch squares that have been cut across diagonally in both directions. That will allow for the edge, that's the edge of the quilt, to be on the straight grain with no bias. We're also going to need some squares that match the size of our units here. So after I've pieced these together, I went ahead and measured it to see how big mine were. They should come out 6.5 by 6.5. Mine are a little bit smaller than that. My seams are a little bit wider than 1/4 inch, but I'm okay with that. So then we're just going to start laying out this block, this quilt rather. It does lay out on point. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here for a better view. Okay. So we'll start at the top and we'll just rotate these together so that they kind of kiss, so to speak. And then we'll have over on the side here, we'll have our squares. This one's going to rotate in like this. And then the next is going to go out. You just follow the diagram in the pattern to do your layout, or change the layout to something else that you like. We'll put the setting triangles across the top, bottom, and sides so that we end up with a nice straight edge. And that's going to look like this. For the outside corners, we're going to take a 6.5-inch square and we'll cut that in half just once on the diagonal, and that will then go in your corners. That will allow the two sides of the edge to be straight grain, no bias on the edge, helping to keep the quilt nice and square. As we put this together, we're just going to put this together in rows. And so our rows are actually diagonal. So starting at this point, I can actually I probably don't really want to start at that point, but starting at like here, I can fold this in, or flip it over, I should say, and line up my 45-degree right angles here sew this, and then just sew together the row one block at a time. I'll have my whole quilt laid out. I'll make sure I have my rows identified, and then I'll sew all of those rows together. Now that I have all of the diagonal rows sewn together, I'm going to trim so that I have a nice straight edge to start adding my borders. You'll notice that some of my setting pieces are bigger than they actually need to be. I do that on purpose. I like to have wiggle room, and it just makes it easier. I'd rather just have to trim it off a little bit so I have something straight than worry about it being too small. So I'm going to actually trim so that from my points here, I have between 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch gap. That'll give me plenty of seam allowance for putting on my borders. I just want to be consistent, so I'm just kind of looking to see where I can be consistent. Keeping that gap kind of in mind. Looks like it's going to be at about 3/8 inches. So I'll just line it up. Trim away excess, shift it down, and keep doing that around all 4 sides. And here's our finished quilt. Here's our block right here, and it's just rotating in different directions. The pattern has the layout that you see here, but feel free to use this and make up your own layout. Play with the blocks and see what you like. I quilted this one with a leaf pattern, and that's what it looks like from the back. This particular quilt's actually going as a gift to my nephew and his fiance. They're getting married very soon. And somebody pointed out to me that the background here, wrapped with all of the prints, looks like small hearts throughout the quilt. So I thought that was a nice little happy accident since it's going to be a wedding gift. So I hope you enjoyed this and you continue watching our channel. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out when new videos are released. Until then, for Daniel and Hannah, I wish you a wonderful and blessed and happy life. For everyone else, cheers and happy quilting.